For the Bears week 1 starter, Andy Dalton is the favorite at -167. Justin Fields a close second at +160. Jules, who do you think has the better shot of being under center in week 1 here?
So this one's appropriately priced, I would say. Dalton should be the favorite, and he's -167. That feels about right. Justin Fields +160. Intriguing. Like how Garion said, Lance might be starting in week 5. Like, I don't see that in San Francisco. That's probably going to be the plan in Chicago. Like, October, we are going to see Justin Fields as the Bears starting quarterback. The question is he good enough to steal that job over the summer and just get it week 1? Or is Andy Dalton bad enough at this point to lose it? And I think those are realistic outcomes. So Dalton's probably the plan. I would probably bet him, but I do think Fields can come in and swoop it. This one would be one that I would lay off. And so I'll just say really quick, like this morning, I think Cam Newton, the Patriots market, was added on DK Sportsbook. This is another one like Jimmy G. Cam Newton -286. Juicy. I will lay it all. Cam Newton is starting week 1 for the Patriots. I'm 100% positive. They do not want Mac Jones in there. And Bill Belichick hates Jarrett Stidham, who's still on the roster. He's not going to use him. If he didn't use him last year when Cam was spiking it into the dirt, he's not going to use him this year. Cam Newton -286 and Jimmy Garoppolo -278. Super juicy. Give them both to me. I wish I could parlay them.
Wow. Garion, how do you feel?
Yeah, like Jules, I tend to be pretty conservative about just the veteran quarterback is probably going to be the one who starts week 1. However, this is priced at a point where I think I'm willing to put a sprinkle on Justin Fields to be the week 1 starter, because again, Andy Dalton is not someone who exactly exudes confidence from football fans and football coaches alike. We know what the Bears quarterback situation is. I think they're desperate for a spark. I think that the front office just gave out a lot of draft capital, and they're definitely kind of managing for their jobs at this point. So they could look to Justin Fields and say, hey, this guy's got to be the savior, literally, for our employment, and we're going to put him out there and see what happens. I think it's also worth noting that unlike the San Francisco situation where you've got someone like Jimmy Garoppolo, you have the incumbent who's been in Kyle Shanahan's system for the past 3 years. Andy Dalton was a free agent. Like it's not right. Like he has built up all this like capital with the Bears and the Bears coaching staff. Like they're both going to start fresh week 1 of preseason. And I think there's a decent chance that Fields beats him out for this job.
Nick Foles +900.
Oh.
He's the only one. We just said, Jimmy and Cam in those systems last year. Foles is the Bears returning quarterback.
I think he's just there to look pretty.
I agree.